Have you ever stared at a clock and felt like the second hand just froze for a moment? That weird pause, it's not your imagination. It's your brain. Because time, the one thing we think controls everything, might not even be real. It could just be a trick your mind uses to make sense of chaos. So today, let's pull the plug on reality for a second and ask, what if time is just an illusion created by your brain? Our brains don't see the world in seconds, minutes, or hours. They see moments. Little bursts of sensory data, light, sound, emotion, stitched together like frames in a movie. You don't actually feel time passing, you remember that it did. Neuroscientists say what we call the present lasts only about 3 seconds. That's the window your consciousness uses to create the illusion of flow. Everything before that is memory. Everything after that is prediction. So, technically, you're always living a few milliseconds behind reality, inside your brain's highlight reel of what just happened. Why does time crawl when you're bored, but vanish when you're having fun? Because your brain measures time by how much information it processes. When you experience something new or exciting, the brain records tons of detail, making the memory feel longer. When life is repetitive, it compresses everything, and suddenly a whole week feels like a blink. That's why childhood summers felt endless. Your brain was learning everything for the first time. Now, it's seen it all before, so it skips the filler. So what if your sense of time isn't slowing down as you age? You're just collecting fewer new moments. Here's where it gets wild. Even physics can't agree on what time actually is. Einstein showed that time bends. It stretches and slows depending on gravity and speed. For someone orbiting a black hole, 1 hour might equal years for us. But quantum mechanics, the science of the very small, says something even stranger. At the smallest level of reality, time might not exist at all. Particles don't experience before and after. They just are. Some physicists even think the universe is timeless, that the flow we feel is just how our brains arrange events into a logical sequence. Basically, time is nature's clever user interface. In life or death moments, people often say, time slowed down. That's not time changing. It's your brain going into overdrive. Your amygdala records more data, so when you look back, it feels stretched. Certain drugs, meditation, even brain injuries can distort that perception too. Monks who meditate for years literally shrink their sense of time. For them, every second feels vast, like an eternity unfolding. Meanwhile, for someone in a constant rush, whole days disappear in autopilot. So maybe time isn't just what the universe does. It's what you do with your attention. Ever notice how the past feels closer when you miss someone? Or how the future feels heavy when you're anxious? That's your emotional brain-bending time. Memories aren't stored like files. They're relived every time you recall them. So, in a way, every version of you that's ever existed still lives right there inside your neural circuits. Time isn't leaving you behind. You're just constantly rewriting what it means. So maybe time isn't a river we float down. Maybe it's a canvas, and your brain is the painter. Every thought, every memory, every heartbeat, another brushstroke on the illusion of continuity. And when you zoom out far enough, you realize there was never really a clock at all. Just you trying to make sense of the infinite. So what do you think? Is time real, or just the brain's way of keeping us sane? Drop your thoughts below and subscribe to AI Tells for more mind-bending dives into science and reality.